Well, it's another exciting edition of Shiftwork presented by Russell Steaks, Chops, and More. And I'm not sure if we have enough time to cover everything this next man has done. Mark Andol is not only the owner of General Welding and Fabricating, but also the founder of the Made in America store, which you've heard a lot about. We're going to try to cover it all here, Mark. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
We got to go back to the beginning, okay? I thought you started on Olean Road, but it goes back before that in the East Aurora, Elma area.
Yeah, a little history. My parents grew up poor, and my dad always liked to fix things. But I was a rector set kid, and 1985 started out on my dad's garage on Rice Road in Elma. Motor doctor on wheels, just a cube van, Mark Small Engine and Welding, and go around to people's houses and fix whatever they needed, mostly lawnmowers. Did whatever I had to do, bulldoze, whatever, beforehand. So my parents put up with a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I turned their little house on Rice Road into quite a little...
That's incredible. Yeah. I want to say that blue collar is your thing, right? I mean, tell me about the General Welding thing first, so let's start there.
1989 started General Welding and Fabricating out of a building on Olean. No heat for 5 years, Clay. My brother joined me, my sister joined me first, my brother joined me, and it was a tough 5 years because we had not even a gas pipe connected to the building. You know, we got through the tough years, and then in 94 I built General Welding on Maple Road in Elma. 100% finance. Fought the fight, no rich uncle. And in 94, we were on Maple Road and 10,000 square foot and really started rolling. With a Model U dream, we built it from 1994 to 2007, built it to have 4 plants in Western New York. 2007, we built our Model U dream, we built the largest sculpture in the country for Albert Pele. Out of Rochester. It's 350,000 pounds of Corten steel, shipped it on 18 semi-loads out to the St. Louis Zoo. We did good from 94 to 2007, but I hit a bump of the road in 2007. I was making a steel post that goes inside PVC fencing. It was a $3.5 million account, and my customer wanted more money out of it, and I couldn't take any more money. It was the fall of 2007. They said, we got a place in Florida that can build it. I said, well, do what you got to do. Well, it wasn't Florida, it was China. China shipped to Florida. They took over my 6 regional support centers over the weekend. That was a tough blow, but the recession hit 08 and 09, 010, and I lost my military contracts, my oil and mining. And that's where things changed. I had 70 employees, 18 family members, and 3 guys I went to kindergarten with. But I had to lay off 40 of them by the time 2010 hit, and that was gut-wrenching. And that's where the Made in America store was born.
Incredible. So business is not your background, it's more of the blue-collar turning wrenches type thing. So when you got there and you said, hey, I'm going to start a business, I'm going to 100% finance this thing, how did you know what to do?
Yeah, I tell everybody I didn't go to Harvard, I went to Mistake University. I sit right next to Harvard. But you learn along the way. Entrepreneurship, I tell everybody that starts, stay hungry and don't quit. Yeah. And it takes great people, But you make mistakes as long as you don't make the same mistakes too many times.
So based on that, what you just said right there, what would you go back in that timeline and change?
Staying into everything. I joke we're a certified nut house. I mean, we are into a lot of different things, from commercial, retail, industrial, but it's kept us here too. So I don't know if I'd change it. Along the way, the banks and everything always fought me on that. Don't just see yourself getting into one thing, but all them other things, when something's light, military work, mining works down, you got these other little things that repairing a small, I never forget where I came from, so I still take that small job. And we're open 24 hours a day in Elma.
So the Made in America store was basically a necessity. You had to stay alive.
Yeah, everybody, again, toughest time of my life, just laid 40 of the 70 people off. It was April of 2007. And I came up with this idea. Brother thought I was crazy. I got 5 people. Again, closed 2 plants. So I went across that street, and the old Ford dealership was there, Jay Fisher.
Was it McCarthy Ford?
McCarthy.
Yeah.
And I asked Jay, would you rent this to me? He said, what are you going to do? I said, open up a Made in America store, make a statement for our country soldier, American worker, and people that work with their hands. Jay told me, world's full of crazy people, Mark, go for it. Handshake at $1,000. It was really a phenomenon because 600 people showed up. Thanks for what you're doing. It was 80 degrees in Buffalo on April 3rd. Doesn't happen.
Right.
And then Buffalo News ran a small article, and Associated Press ran that around the world. And it's just started, but it was never an R thing or a D thing. It was a common sense thing. And I was really just supporting skilled trades, what I'm about,
Exactly.
We're up to 9,000 products now. We support 500 privately owned American businesses. We don't have one publicly traded company that makes a product I can sell in the Made in America store.
Do people come in and try to buy in? Are there companies that say, hey, I love what you're doing. I'd love to take this somewhere else?
In the beginning, people wanted to be a part of it 50-50, and we could take this thing. And I said, that's the problem with America. I don't want to turn, this isn't about money. This is about the mission. Our mission is to create and save jobs in the United States of America by increasing American manufacturing for our children's future. Making things in America is cool, and working with your hands and learn and earn,
right,
I think is cool, and plus it's rewarding.
I'm certainly proud of all you've done so far and giving back. Can we talk about some of the things you do to give back? I believe you had something to do with socks.
Yeah, socks for soldiers.
I love this.
You know, Wigwam socks, and I'm a steel guy, you know, and I went to Sheboygan, Wisconsin, met Bob Chesbro, the owner of Wigwam. He showed me how a sock's made. You know, there's 300 employees, they make a socks, it's double the size it starts, they shrink it, because that's why Wigwam never shrink. And one thing led to another. He loved what I was doing. A lot of our soldiers, unfortunately, need socks, which they shouldn't. But if you buy one pair, you put a pair in this can, and Wigwam's donated well over, 5,000 to 10,000 socks, pairs of socks. We send them to our soldiers. We've got pictures of them holding the bag overseas, made in America, and they love the socks, you know.
Incredible. Well, Mark, you certainly are a great example of hard work, determination, and taking some risks too. Like the 100% financing thing, I think blows everybody away.
Yeah, I don't rely on certainty. I'm a risk taker. Banks don't like risk takers. You know, and that's I take 300 plows in June. What if it don't snow?
Right.
That's the risk part, you know.
That's right.
But again, great people, great team, great family. People like you in the community, Clay. Can't say enough.
Very cool, Mark. Thank you so much for your time, man. It's always a pleasure catching up with you.
Thank you.
Mark Andol. Check him out at General Welding, Made in America store. You're going to be seeing a lot of this guy in the future. And it's another edition of Shiftwork brought to you by our friends here at Russell Steaks Chops and More.